Welcome to Speed Reads. Economical Writing. Master the art of clear and persuasive writing. Deirdre McCloskey, Economical Writing, 35 Rules for Clear and Persuasive Prose. Whether you're a student or a professional, writing has probably become a central part of your work. The ability to communicate ideas clearly and persuasively is essential. Writing well can advance your career, deepen your thinking, and enrich your mind. Economical Writing by Deirdre McCloskey began as focused advice for young professionals. Before we continue to subscribe to our channel, your support is greatly appreciated. It's evolved into a set of principles that apply to anyone seeking to improve their writing, no matter the discipline. These insights, refined over years of teaching, cover skills that can elevate your writing from amateur to professional. In this speed read, you'll learn some of the practical rules and techniques for writing with clarity and impact. You'll discover how to avoid pitfalls, refine your ideas, and express them in a way that resonates with your audience. You'll become a better writer, starting from wherever you are now. Are you ready to enhance your writing and elevate your communication skills? Then let's dive in and explore the principles that can transform the way you approach the written word. The endless task of writing. Imagine a young child eagerly waiting for their parent to come home after a long day at the office. As the parent walks through the door, exhausted and juggling a stack of papers, the child watches in confusion. Seeing their parents settle down to work late into the night, the child asks, "Do you still have to do homework even when you're grown up?" This simple question reveals a reality many professionals eventually face. Writing, much like homework, never truly ends. In fields like economics, history, business, and government, writing demands constant effort and improvement. Despite its importance, many professionals receive little formal training in effective writing. While some institutions still value well-crafted reports, poor writing practices are common. Academics, pressured to publish, often produce work that's rushed and unclear. Undergraduates receive minimal instruction in writing, typically confined to a single composition course, and graduate students receive even less. This lack of training leaves many struggling with clear communication. Poor writing can lead to failure, as unclear reports and papers are more likely to be dismissed. Even if some argue that obscurity can occasionally be beneficial, clear writing remains ethically and practically superior. Writing is also a form of thinking. The expression of ideas can significantly alter their meaning and impact. Throughout history, the power of scientific and economic arguments has often depended on language as much as ideas. Figures like Galileo and Keynes influenced opinions not just with their ideas, but with their skillful writing. Style and content are inseparable. Clear expression forces you to examine your thoughts critically. Writing isn't just a tool for communication, but a process that shapes thought itself. Good writing requires honesty and self-criticism. The act of writing often uncovers flaws in thinking and reveals unexpected insights. Through this process, the true value of ideas becomes evident. Writing, much like mathematics, is an instrument of thought, refining and shaping ideas through its disciplined structure. Again, much like mathematics, writing is a skill that can be learned and improved with practice. It's not an innate talent that only a few possess. Rather, it's something that anyone can develop through dedication. While not everyone will become a literary genius, anyone can write better than they currently do by following the example of great writers who have shared their insights on the craft. Anyone can learn to refine their writing by applying a few key principles. This brings us to the next section, essential rules that can help transform your writing into something more effective and clear. Rules for clear and joyful writing. Have you ever wondered why some writing feels effortless to read while other writing makes you stumble at every sentence? Rules for clear and joyful writing. The answer lies in understanding and applying certain principles that guide clear and effective communication. One of the most important rules in writing is clarity. Writing clearly means ensuring that your reader understands your message without having to pause and puzzle over your words. Clarity isn't just about avoiding complex vocabulary. It's about structuring your sentences and paragraphs in a way that leads the reader smoothly from one idea to the next. Good writing eliminates unnecessary words, focuses on the subject, and places modifiers close to the words they describe to prevent confusion. Misplaced modifiers or overly complex sentences can lead to misunderstandings, distracting the reader from the main point. Being precise with word choice is also essential. It's best to avoid the temptation to vary words excessively just to avoid repetition. While it may seem sophisticated to use different words for the same concept, this often leads to what writers call elegant variation, which confuses the reader. Consistency in terminology helps the reader stay focused on the message. To further refine your writing, consider the classical rhetoric guides. Invention, arrangement, and style. These principles, rooted in the art of persuasive speaking, are just as relevant in writing. Invention involves generating and developing your ideas. It's the stage where you explore different angles and find arguments that are worth presenting. Good writing begins with strong ideas, and invention helps you ensure your content has depth and interest. Arrangement is about organizing your ideas in a logical and coherent manner. This step ensures that your reader can follow your thoughts easily, moving from one point to the next without confusion. Whether you use a traditional structure or something more creative, the key is to guide your reader smoothly through your narrative or argument. Style is the way you express your ideas. It encompasses your choice of words, sentence structure, and overall tone. Style is what makes your writing uniquely yours and helps engage your reader. But it also requires careful revision to avoid awkward phrases and ensure clarity. Finally, while rules are helpful, they shouldn't stifle your creativity. Writing should be enjoyable, and finding joy in the craft is essential for continued improvement. As you gain confidence, you'll start to play with language, creating sentences that not only communicate effectively, but also bring pleasure to both you and your readers. Balancing the application of rules with a sense of playfulness can transform the writing process from a chore into a rewarding and creative experience. As you refine your writing skills, remember that the process of writing is as much about purpose as it is about clarity. Let's look at that in the next section. The craft of writing with purpose. The craft of writing with purpose. Have you ever stared at a blank page, unsure of how to begin? Daunting, isn't it? The key to overcoming this common hurdle is to start writing early, even before your research feels complete. Writing is more than just recording thoughts. It's an active process of thinking itself. As you write, gaps in your knowledge and flaws in your argument become clear, allowing you to refine both your ideas and your research. This ongoing interplay between writing and research keeps your work dynamic and insightful. Once you begin, keep your spirits high and push forward. Writing doesn't always come easily, and sometimes the next sentence feels impossible to find. When that happens, it's a signal to dive back into reading or conversation, or to reconsider your research approach. Remember, the writing process often reveals what research was unnecessary, guiding you toward what truly matters in your work. To be a good writer, you must cultivate a wide-ranging mind, filled with the wisdom of various experiences and readings. As you write, always keep your audience in mind. Imagine you are speaking directly to them, and let that guide your tone and style. The most effective writing often sounds like a well-spoken conversation. To achieve this, revise your drafts with your readers in mind, refining your prose until it feels like a dialogue between you and them. Good writing isn't just about stringing words together, it's about building a connection with your reader. Tone is everything. It defines the character you project through your words, and it can make or break your writing. You're not just presenting information, you're also conveying who you are as a writer. A tone that's too formal or too casual can alienate your readers, while a balanced, approachable tone draws them in. Avoid pompousness and strive to write in a way that reflects your true self, while still respecting the intelligence of your audience. Your writing must also hang together coherently. Each sentence should logically follow the last, creating a seamless flow of ideas. This doesn't mean you need to avoid repeating words. In fact, repetition can help link your thoughts and keep your writing clear. Cohesion is about maintaining a logical and rhythmic flow, making sure that every sentence contributes to the overall argument or narrative. Pay close attention to how each word connects with the others. This requires meticulous revision. Trim excess words and refine your sentences until they are clear and precise. Consider how modifying the order of words can change the impact of a sentence. Often, the simplest changes can make the biggest difference in clarity and readability. Finally, always read your work out loud. This practice reveals the rhythm of your sentences and highlights any awkward or unclear phrasing. It's a simple but powerful technique to ensure that your writing not only looks good on the page, but also sounds natural to the ear. Through careful revision and attention to detail, your writing will resonate more deeply with your readers. With your purpose in mind, up next it's time to hone in on the precision of your writing, ensuring every word contributes effectively to your message. Powering up your writing with precision. How often do you come across a sentence that leaves you puzzled, forcing you to pause and decipher its meaning? What sets apart writing that flows effortlessly from prose that makes you stumble lies in the precision of word choice and sentence structure. Effective writing begins with the careful use of strong, active verbs. Passive constructions can obscure the subject and muddle the action, while active verbs bring clarity and vigor to your sentences. Instead of writing, active verbs should be used. It's far more direct and engaging to say, use active verbs. This shift from passive to active voice transforms writing, making it clearer and more compelling. Cutting down on unnecessary adjectives and adverbs further sharpens the prose, ensuring every word contributes meaningfully to the message. Equally important is your choice of words. Certain terms, while common, can weaken your writing by making it overly abstract. For example, rather than using broad and vague terms like process or concept, opt for language that's specific and concrete. Describing something in clear, relatable terms makes your writing more vivid and easier for readers to understand. For instance, in discussing economic exports, it's more effective to say sheep and wheat rather than natural resource-oriented exports, which can feel detached and impersonal. Clarity is also achieved by avoiding jargon and overly complex phrases. While technical language might seem appropriate in specialized fields, it often alienates readers who aren't familiar with the terms. Simplifying your language by choosing straightforward, concrete words over abstract jargon keeps the reader engaged and ensures that your message is clear. For example, instead of saying the equalization of the prices of factors, simply state the adjustment of prices. Lastly, understanding the origins and nuances of words enriches your writing. Prepositions and idioms might seem minor, but they play a crucial role in creating sentences that flow naturally. By expanding your knowledge of language and carefully considering your word choices, you can avoid cliches and produce writing that is both precise and impactful. Precision in language goes hand in hand with proper punctuation and typography, which are the final touches that can significantly impact the clarity of your writing. Punctuation and typography. How often do you consider the subtle power of punctuation and typography in shaping your writing? The way you use commas, periods, semicolons, and dashes can either clarify your ideas or make them harder to grasp. For example, the Oxford comma, sometimes disputed, ensures that lists are clear and unambiguous. Understanding when to use semicolons and colons is essential for clear writing. When overused, they can clutter your text and make it cumbersome to read. A semicolon connects closely related independent clauses, showing a relationship between two ideas without the full stop of a period. For example, the citizens lived in fear, semicolon, economic growth suffered. A colon introduces an explanation, list, or illustration. It signals that what follows elaborates on the preceding statement. Misusing these marks can lead to confusion or create a sense of overcomplication. The dash, used to insert a thought or emphasize a point, should be employed sparingly to avoid disrupting the flow of sentences. The same caution applies to quotation marks and parentheses, which, when overused, can make the writing seem uncertain or overly complex. Typography also plays a key role in how your writing is perceived. Using italics or quotation marks excessively for emphasis can give the impression that your writing lacks confidence. Similarly, an over-reliance on acronyms can make your text feel overly technical and inaccessible. Even something as simple as text justification carries meaning. Ragged right margins might be preferred in academic writing, while full justification is common in business. By choosing your words with care and sharpening your sentences, you pave the way for clear and engaging communication. With these tools at your disposal, your writing will resonate powerfully and leave a lasting impact on your readers. Final summary. In this summary to Economical Writing by Deirdre McCloskey, you've learned that effective writing isn't just a skill, but a craft that can be refined with practice and attention to detail. From mastering clarity and purpose to honing precision and style, each element of writing plays a vital role in communicating ideas persuasively. You've explored practical techniques to avoid common pitfalls, ensuring that your writing is both clear and impactful. Remember, good writing is a journey of continuous improvement. By applying these principles and embracing the writing process, you can elevate your work from functional to compelling. So take these insights, practice them, and enjoy the growth that comes with every word you write. The more you write with intention and care, the more powerful your voice will become. Okay, that's it for this summary. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating, as we always appreciate your feedback. Hope to see you again in the next one.